Good evening and welcome to the Frenzy here on WJCL 22 News. I'm Preston Harvey. The rest of the team will be joining us in just a few minutes. After Hurricane Ian shook up the high school football schedule last week, teams returned under their Friday night lights for big regional matchups. Let's get on right into it. A handful of regional openers tonight, including the Richmond Hill Wildcats playing their first ever Region 1 7A matchup hosting Camden County. Region 1 7A home opener for both squads, and it's a Wildcat showdown. First quarter, game scoreless. Quarterback Ty Goldrick throws to running back Zion Gillard wide open for the big game before being brought down. Enough for a Wildcat first down. Drive now for Camden County. Quarterback Mason Robinson takes the snap, fakes the handoff using his legs before being brought out of bounds. Second quarter now, game still scoreless. Miscommunication on the snap. Ball is fumbled. Richmond Hill recovers. My favorite saying now, defense turns into offense. Goldrick takes the snap, throws to wide receiver Rayvon Grant for the first touchdown of the game. 7-0 Richmond Hill. The game would be tied at 7 going into the half. Richmond Hill would fall to Camden County, the final 21-14. Heading on over to Pooler Stadium, New Hampstead Phoenix hosting the Southeast Bullock Yellow Jackets. Let's get to some action now. Under a minute left in the second quarter. Phoenix leading 14-7. Quarterback Paulie Seeley takes the snap, rolls out, looks deep, throws to receiver Malachi London. The ball is caught. What a throw. But get this one will be called back due to a flag on the play. New Hampstead would take a 14-7 lead into the half. Third quarter now, Seeley takes the snap, hands off to running back Caleb Smith, using his speed to pick up some yards on the play. Very next play, Seeley in the gun, reads the defense, and says, I'll take this myself, able to convert on the first down for the Phoenix. New Hampstead would go on to take the victory in this one, the final 34-22. Time to head back to Savannah for two big matchups with a lot on the line. Our Rick Snow has the highlights.
Preston, we have a couple of important matchups in Region 3 AAA, beginning with surprising Johnson hosting powerful Savannah Christian at Island Stadium, with the winner having a leg up for hosting a first-round game in the playoffs. Savannah Christian gets off to a fast start on their first possession as Zoe Smalls picks up 15 yards and is pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line for a first down. Later in the drive, the snap is low, and Paula Zitrauer makes a nice fake and takes it 10 yards to the end zone for a 7-0 lead. The Raiders' defense was also playing well as defensive tackle Elijah Griffin breaks through the line and throws quarterback Malachi Bacon for a huge loss. After the punt, Zitrauer back to pass and finds Kenry Wall open in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown and a 14-0 lead in the first quarter, and Savannah Christian would hang on for a 14-6 win over a tough Johnson Adams Smasher team. Meanwhile, at Saunders Field, Liberty County was leading Country Day 10-6 late in the first half. With seconds to play before the intermission, Carlos Keverine Singleton fires deep to James Somerset, who makes a nice move and scores from 55 yards out, and the Panthers were leading 16-6. With just 5 seconds left in the half, the Raiders' Barton Mixon trying to answer, but the pass is picked off by cornerback Jamar Joseph, and the half would come to a close 16-6. In the third quarter, Mixon finds Joshua Washington on the bubble screen, and he picks up 20 yards. But the drive would stall there. Deep in their own territory, Singleton with a quick pass to Keith James, and he does the rest, racing 85 yards for the touchdown and a 23-6 lead for Liberty County, and the Panthers go on to a 30-6 triumph to stay in the running for a playoff spot in Region 3 AAA. Rick Snow, WJCL 22 News.
Thank you so much, Rick. Now we're heading to Bryan County. The Redskins hosting the Metter Tigers. Quarterback Trey Hall under center, hands off to running back Rico Coney, able to blow by a couple of defenders before being brought down for the big gain. Enough for a first down. That sets up Metter for the score. Hall takes the snap, the toss back to fullback Khalil Jordan, able to use his blockers to find the end zone. Touchdown Metter. Tigers not showing any signs of slowing down. Hall takes the snap, fakes the handoff, using his legs this time to dodge a couple defenders before being brought down in the end zone. Another touchdown for Metter. This time the duo right back at it. Hall to Coney, finding the gap in the defense for the score. Bryan County will fall at home to the Metter Tigers, the final 30-0. Now, plenty more highlights to get to here on The Frenzy, including our Carolina Clash Game of the Week. That's straight ahead on The Frenzy. Stay right here with us. Welcome back to The Frenzy. Time to head over to the Low Country for our Carolina Clash Game of the Week. Our Dave Williams brings us all the action.
Well, Preston, it's not often that you get a matchup between two teams with 6 consecutive state championships between the two of them. That's exactly what you have here tonight in Bluffton as Hilton Head Christian Academy hosts Thomas Hayward Academy. For the visiting Rebels, they have 4 consecutive SCISA AAA championships to their credit, while the host team, the Hilton Head Christian Academy Eagles, well, they are the 2-time reigning champions in SCISA Class AA. And it's the first meeting between these two teams since a Thomas Hayward victory in Ridgeland in 2019. And it looked as though the Rebels might do it again as they get off to a fast start in this one. Dietrich Schuford swings it out to Tony O'Banner, and no one is going to catch him. He's off to the happy hunting ground for the 52-yard TD. The PAT no good, and it's 6-0 Thomas Hayward. But the Eagles would answer right back as on 4th and goal, Dylan Clark calls his own number and just gets into the payoff pasture. Again, the PAT was missed, and it's a 6-6 game. Hilton Head Christian, though, was just getting started on their next possession. Clark airs it out. The Rebel defender deflects it right into Isaiah Anderson's hands, and that, my friends, is a touchdown. The 2-point try failed, and the Eagles led 12-6. But they weren't done as the Eagles' defense would lead to another score. James Crosby with the interception. He returns it inside the Rebel 5. They'd punch it in on the next play to take an 18-6 lead, and Hilton Head Christian would go on to win 33-24. In the meantime, just a couple of minutes up the road at Bluffton High, the Bobcats hosting Lucy Beckham. And with Bluffton leading 8-0, the turnovers began. Perrin Ketchen comes up with the interception for Lucy Beckham. However, nothing would become of the drive. Later in the quarter and deep in their own territory, another Bluffton turnover. This time the fumble is recovered by Malachi Coakley, and the Bengals were in business at the Bluffton 11. But Lucy Beckham gives it right back on the very next play as they fumble it, and Ben Black recovers for Bluffton. Neither team, though, could find the end zone the rest of the half, although this long run by Charles Bird sets up a field goal by Lucy Beckham, who would eventually taken 9-8 halftime lead. And Lucy Beckham would go on to the 22-14 win. In Bluffton, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
Now, high school football was not only played on Monday this week, but at last night as well. Our sports director, Amy Zimmer, shows us.
Thanks, Preston. Didn't have to wait until Friday for high school football this week, starting with a Class 4A top 10 matchup at Memorial Stadium between reigning state champs Benedictine and undefeated Burke County. How about Penn State head coach James Franklin on Benedictine's sideline? Cadets making sure to put on a show. Second quarter, quarterback Luke Kromenhawk on the keeper, just short of the end zone. If at first you don't succeed, you try again. Very next play, Kromenhawk on the quarterback sneak. BC opens scoring 7-0. Later in the second, Burke County trying to find an answer. Cadets freshman Micah Williams gets the big interception, takes it all the way back to the red zone. Before you can even make it to the other end zone, Cadets already celebrating in it. Kromenhawk to LaDon Bryant for the score. Benedictine goes up 14-0. Under 15 seconds left in the half. Burke County settling for a 32-yard field goal. The only points the Bears would put up in this one. Benedictine hands Burke County its first loss of the season, 28-3, the final. At Savannah High Stadium, the undefeated Calvary Day Cavaliers taking on the Groves Rebels. Calvary quarterback Jake Merklinger hands the ball to Trevor Strourbridge, cuts his way through traffic for a nice gain, sets up this next play. Merklinger throwing fade into the end zone. Bakari Tykes for the touchdown. Calvary up 7-0. Next Cavalier possession, Merklinger drops back, connects with Caden Arnold. Check out the speed. Dodges the tackle, runs all the way to the house. Cavs take a 14-0 lead. Groves going to work. However, quarterback Marcus Bythewood has nowhere to go, taken down by a swarm of Cavaliers. Yeah, all Calvary in this one. Merklinger giving the ball to Corey Carver for another touchdown. Cavs take down Groves 49-8. That's a look at the Thursday night matchups. Preston, back to you.
Thank you so much, Amy. And that wraps up this week of The Frenzy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. From our entire sports crew, I'm Preston Harvey. Have a great night. And don't forget, join us every Friday night at 11 for The Frenzy. Have a great night.